Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about SoFi Technologies' SoFi stock. In this video, we will be analyzing 3 articles, to where the first one is titled, Why SoFi Stock Exploded 15% higher this morning. And naturally, if you didn't know, that was due to their earnings report, so we're going to be going over their earnings results, and we're going to forecast what the future of this company could have in store for their investors. And spoiler alert, it is absolutely amazing like we have been predicting. We also got another great news catalyst in regards to SoFi placing $375 million worth of personal loan securitization with BlackRock funds. So we're going to be diving into what exactly that means and how this is going to benefit SoFi Technologies. But right now, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to become a member of this channel for as little as 99 cents per month, because that's what keeps me here on YouTube. And with all of that being said, by you liking, subscribing, and commenting, and becoming a member, it helps me out tremendously, and it could also get other people to invest into SoFi Technologies as well. So with that being said, let's jump right into today's stories. First, let's start off talking about their amazing results, which caused their share price to jump by around 15% in the early morning. And as you can see from their stock chart over the last 5 days, we see this gigantic spike right here, and that spike is none other than the excitement of investors after the earnings report. However, despite this, you can see that even after it spiked, it started to pull back in their overall share price, and we touched on why this could be in a previous video, because sometimes the market acts irrationally. So even though they had amazing earnings results and revenue forecasts, the stock could continue to consolidate as of right now. So I hope you took advantage of the early morning hype around this company and you took profits early. But if you didn't, don't worry. By holding this company for the long term, it's still a fantastic investment opportunity. For instance, SoFi Technologies, if you didn't know, is a financial technology company that essentially operates as a digital bank, and like we said, they leaped nearly 15% in their overall share price, which is a huge deal. Now, if you didn't take profits on this, right now the share price is trending lower and consolidating, making it a good long-term buying opportunity for long-term investors. And I'll tell you exactly why this is a good long-term opportunity, because right now the company is not profitable, but they are anticipated to become profitable in the next quarter and throughout the next whole year, which is going to ignite their overall share price. So literally, the next quarter could be your last chance to accumulate and buy shares at the current share price, which as of right now is around $6.96. Some experts also believe that this could surge up to $12 in regards to their next earnings report, which is going to be phenomenal. And even some investors thought it was going to surge up to $8 or $9 this earnings report, but clearly the market is acting irrationally. Another reason why their share price surged so aggressively is because a report came out by CNBC which said that SoFi Technologies had a massive revenue beat, and Wall Street hadn't expected them to have such an aggressive beat. So let's get into the numbers to see how they impressed investors and Wall Street. Heading into Q3 of 2022, it was originally forecasted that SoFi Technologies would bring in a loss of 7 cents per share regarding their earnings per share, also known as EPS. Instead, they actually brought in a loss of only 3 cents per share, which was a huge beat on their overall earnings per share, which is phenomenal news for investors. Likewise, it was forecasted that SoFi would bring in around $512.1 million worth of revenue, but instead, they decided to beat that metric and bring in $530.7 million. So they beat on both their earnings per share as well as their revenue, which is very positive. But despite these beats, the share price is trending down and consolidating right now, which I find as a great buying opportunity for long-term investors if you are not already overexposed to this company more than a 5% portfolio allocation. So since SoFi Technologies brought in a better than expected revenues beat and an earnings beat, what does this mean for the future of this company? Well, as of right now, SoFi Technologies is not profitable on a generally accepted accounting principles basis, also known as a GAAP basis. And actually, they have more than tripled their losses in terms of their GAAP profitability, or lack thereof, to a loss of 29 cents per share on a GAAP basis for the quarter. And this is not good. But although that may sound bad, trust me, SoFi Technologies is about to really impress investors in their next earnings report, and I think that investors are acting irrationally right now because this earnings report was absolutely amazing. So this begs the question, should you buy SoFi shares right now? Well, it depends. It depends on a lot of things such as your age, risk tolerance, your investing style, your strategy, where you are in life, your income, and a lot of other things. However, we did get some very good insight into their future profitability, and let's start off with their revenues. SoFi grew their revenue by around 27% in the quarter, which was slower than the amount of member growth that they accumulated during the same time period. And this indicates to us as investors that many members may just be dipping their toes into SoFi's products and services to try them out. But over the long term, SoFi will be able to cross-sell and upsell these members on other products, thus making more revenue off of them and helping their overall members. So this is very good. This is their key to achieving GAAP profitability next quarter and well into the future, and here's how they're going to do it. Also, remember, this is going to be your last chance or the last quarter where SoFi Technologies is not profitable. Once quarter 4 comes in, your chances of buying SoFi at a discount are essentially gone from that point onwards, so please remember to do your own research. So the good news for investors is that SoFi thinks that their money-losing internet bank days may be over, and that's because they have not only raised their revenue guidance yet again up to $2.05 billion, but they also forecasted net positive GAAP profitability in quarter 4 of 2023, and that's what I personally am excited about. SoFi will earn their first ever full year profit in 2024, meaning that for the entire year they will be profitable, and then get a load of this, they are going to quintuple their profits in 2025. So although they are not profitable right now, and they are bringing in losses on a GAAP basis, next quarter will start their amazing profitability growth momentum through 2024 and well into 2025, where they will quintuple that profit. This means that SoFi stock may look like a great deal to buy right now, because over next year's forward PE ratio, which is the price to earnings ratio, it's going to be 32, which is very good. And then in 2025, that's going to lower even more. So investors really need to get into this company before that happens. Therefore, the stock could be a long-term winner if you're anticipated to hold this company through 2024 and 2025. Now, let's look at the big picture regarding their earnings report and why I am absolutely psyched about their results. First, you need to know that this company has experienced a lot of volatility lately, but even despite this, they have consistently grown their revenues and members. So let's quickly take a look at their members. They added a record amount of new members, bringing in 717,000 new members in quarter 3, representing a 47% year-over-year growth rate to now they have a total of around 7 million, or approximately 7 million or 6.9 million total members. And that is absolutely phenomenal. And if you want to see their most recent quarter 3 2023 results, that is going to be highlighted in blue all the way to the right on this overall chart. So that is phenomenal. And as you know, as they acquire members, that is going to increase the amount of products that they can sell and cross-sell to these members, to where they also set a new record amount of product additions, numbering 1.05 million in quarter 3, bringing their total to 10.4 million products, which equates to over a 45% year-over-year increase. Again, very positive, but that's not all. We also have to look at their subsidiary Galileo, and their Galileo accounts increased by 10% year-over-year to 137 million. Again, this is them setting another record. But that's not all. When we look at their lending and financial services products, we also see record-breaking results in both of these aspects, especially their financial services products, which are growing very impressively. When we jump over to their financial services productivity loop, we see that their business model is working, that they are acquiring new customers through very impressive marketing and public relation campaigns. They are then bringing in these customers, cross-selling them and upselling them on things such as credit cards, debit cards, banking accounts, checking accounts, investing accounts, and student loan refinancing, which has worked phenomenally. And then once all of this happens, it increases their overall revenue and earnings per share, which is what you and I as investors want to see further increase. So now let's look at their quarterly performance here. we saw their adjusted net revenue increase very impressively up to $531 million, setting yet another record. And we also saw their quarterly adjusted EBITDA jump to $98 million. And as you can see, this was their best quarterly adjusted EBITDA that they have ever brought in historically. And this should fill investors with confidence and enthusiasm as we approach their future years, such as in 2024 and 2025, or even the next quarter of 2023, because quarter 4 is going to be phenomenal, and from that point onwards, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the information in this particular article, but just know that this earnings report was amazing, and your last opportunity to get into these shares at a cheap price is going to be during the next quarter. Lastly, we also have some great news surrounding SoFi Technologies' stock price and the overall company in general that is not related to their overall earnings. And that is because SoFi is set to place $375 million worth of their personal loan securitization with BlackRock funds. And what does this mean? Essentially, SoFi has agreed to place $375 million worth of personal loan securitizations with funds and accounts managed by BlackRock, making it very safe and secure. To quote directly from the CEO of SoFi Technologies, he says, "Our access to different sources of capital is a critical component to growing our lending capabilities and better serving our members." And this essentially de-risks SoFi Technologies because SoFi has already sold more than $14.5 billion and they have securitized more than $13.7 billion of personal loan collateral. So this is making SoFi safer, more resilient, and ready to take on more and more customers without overexposing themselves unnecessarily to risk. However, the deal as of right now has not officially closed, but it is expected to be settled by mid-November. But nonetheless, this is another very positive catalyst for SoFi shares. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below about SoFi Technologies, what you thought of their earnings report, why you think the market is acting irrationally, which is causing their share price to decrease. What do you think about SoFi becoming profitable in quarter 4 of 2023, having a full year of profitability in 2024, and then another full year of projected profitability in 2025, where they could quintuple their overall profits? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to become a member of this channel to support me personally, and I will see you in the next YT video.